Hello everybody, my name is Brandon. Today we're going to prepare a very simple dish for you to impress house guests and people coming over for dinner, friends, family. It's great for brunch, it's great for lunch, it's great for dinner. So what we're going to do today is we're going to cure a piece of lovely, we've got Alaskan salmon here. So what we're going to do is use a combination of spices, salt, sugar, and thyme, and cure it in the fridge overnight. It takes roughly 48 to 36 hours. Okay. So here we have roughly enough fish to feed approximately 4 people, you and 3 of your guests. You'll notice that the skin is left intact on this side. That's really gonna help later when we're slicing it. This is gonna keep everything together for you. So what we're gonna do is take a combination of sugar, salt, have some caraway seed, commonly found in rye bread. This here is ground coriander, and dill. We're also going to use a bit of citrus zest. So all these combinations are very classic when it comes to salmon, and they're going to just penetrate this fish and make it much more flavorful, much more dynamic than just a regular piece of fish. So what we're going to start with is we're going to rasp the zest, which is the outer layer of the fruit or the orange, with this as a microplane. So these are very sharp. Watch your fingertips. What I do is just hold it like so and lightly take that zest off, trying to leave most of the pith or the bitter. Basically, it's just under the skin. It's that white part that tastes so terrible. You want to exclude that because that's going to make your fish taste bitter. All right, so we've got that taken care of. This here is kosher salt, just a bit thicker grain. It's better than your iodized salt, much easier to measure. So that there was 50 grams, and this is sugar. Just regular white sugar. We're gonna add that to the bowl. That's 25 grams. Mix that around with your hand. So what we're doing here is this is gonna be our cure. This is a really old technique. So what they used to do back in the Middle Ages in Sweden, the fishermen would catch their fish, they would lightly salt it, and then they would bury it in the sand to ferment. Then they'd come back, it'd be cured, and they could use it for long journeys or to make it through winter or fall months. So we're going to take that. We also have this. So this is our caraway seed again. We're going to dump that in there. And this is ground coriander seed. So the citrus and the caraway, salt, sugar, this is essentially what we're going to put on our fish. So bringing back the fish, like I said, this is pin boned. If you wanted to feed a large amount of people, what you could do is bring an entire side. This will be plenty for the amount of people we want to feed. So what I'm going to do, just place it on the dish. We're going to take this mixture and put it all over the fish. Even the sides, also on the skin side. It's very important. You're going to pack that in with your hands. Feel free to get in there. It seems like a lot, and like we're overdoing it, but it's actually necessary to draw moisture out. What we're going to do is the salt and the oils from the fish are actually going to create a brine. And brine just makes things much more flavorful. So you can brine a turkey, you can brine a chicken. Here at the restaurant, we brine our fried chicken for several days. It just makes it juicy, plump, full of flavor. And then when it goes in the fryer, it doesn't dry out. All right, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna lay down some of our fresh dill on a nice piece of saran wrap, and we're gonna wrap this thing really tight so that all the juices and salt stay in the package. When that goes in the fridge, it's that lack of oxygen and the salt that makes this a safe thing to eat. So we're cooking this piece of fish, but we're using, it's a chemical reaction called osmosis. So we're actually using the salt to kill any bacteria in this fish, makes it safe for eating. So what you do, just lay your saran wrap down, nice and flat. You're gonna spread the dill so it covers the entirety of the fish. And what's really important here is skin side down on the dill. Fold it over nicely like that. Again, we want this to be quite tight and really packed in there. Just like that, give it a good press. And what we're gonna do with this is set this in the fridge, skin side down, and you're gonna wanna weigh it on top. So another plate, and then a can of beans or a can of wine, whatever you have kicking around, casserole dish. In the fridge, press this down. It needs the pressure in order for the process to happen. If you leave it like this, it's gonna cure unevenly, so maybe the bottom will be real waxy and rubbery, but the top will be raw or fleshy. We want continuity through the whole piece of fish, so that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna put another plate on there and weight it down.